Rachel. I wanted to thank you again for inviting me to your wedding. It was nice seeing you again after all these years. I tend to keep my circle small, so it has been quite some time since I have last been invited to something like this. I don't think I can fully express how grateful I am. Do tell me if you need any help with the preparations, okay?
I will, thank you. I think we've got everything down, but we'll let you know if anything comes up. By the way, I'm glad you're able to join us. The invite was pretty short notice, so I was worried you would have already had plans.
Oh, come now. Your wedding takes precedence over other plans. Speaking of which, can I give a speech at the wedding? I've always wanted to, ever since I was a little girl.
Wait, you'd be willing to do that? Of course you can. I think it's a great idea. You've always been great with speeches and stuff. I'm sure you'll be great.
You're one of my closest friends. This is the very least I could do for you. By the way, when can I meet Christian? I would like to have a section in the speech about him, too. I want to know the man my friend fell for.
Now that you mention it, you're one of my only friends that hasn't met him yet. He's pretty busy with work usually, to the point where even I can barely get a hold of him. But things have been calming down a little bit at work now. That's why we thought we should get the wedding done while we can. I'll see when he's free. All three of us can go for lunch at some point.
Wonderful! I look forward to meeting the man you've chosen to spend the rest of your life with. I'm certain you've chosen well. You've always had a solid head on your shoulders. And it would be nice to spend some more time with you, too. It has been far too long.
Geez, you're really piling on the pressure now, aren't you? I'm sure you'll like him, though. He's a great guy. He's been really supportive of the comic book I'm writing, too. Some of the best ideas I had were thanks to him. And even after we get married, he said we can split the housework so I can keep working on it.
Wait, really? Are you really planning on working even after you get married? That seems odd.
Well, I really love what I do. Writing my own comic was something I've always dreamed of doing. And it's been getting pretty popular recently. Once the wedding is over and done with, I plan to double my efforts.
Are you being serious? I seem to recall you wanting to be a stay-at-home mom when we were in school. What changed?
I suppose I discovered a hidden passion of mine. I always loved drawing, but I never saw it as an actual job. Until recently, anyway. I'm having a lot of fun and earning some decent money, too. Seems like a win-win situation to me.
I don't know. After marriage, it is only proper for a woman to stop working and focus on housework. To think that your fiance would encourage you to continue working, too. Does he not make much money or something?
Sorry, what?
Sorry, I just think it's a little strange for a man to ask of his wife to work. Only a man that cannot live up to his natural role of provider would make such a request. Do you think it is a good idea to marry a guy like that?
Oh, don't worry. It's nothing like that. Most couples have both people working nowadays. We'd be able to live fairly well just off of his wages, actually. But we'd have a lot more money left over at the end of the month if we both worked. I'm the type that likes making and spending money. Work hard, play hard, that kind of thing. So this just works better for us.
Wow. In that case, why even get married? You should be able to live lavishly just from your husband's earnings. You still have time, Rachel. Do not marry this man. He isn't worthy of you.
I don't… What?
The husband is meant to be the breadwinner, so the wife can lead an easy life. If he can't do that, then he is a failure of a man. It is that simple. Look at my parents. My mom never worked, and they're so happy. You need to find a man that can support his family by himself.
I don't know. Your father owns a fairly big restaurant chain, doesn't he? I'd imagine he brings in a lot of money with that. That's probably why your family can afford him being the only one with a job. But us normal people can't really do that, you know?
That is precisely why I am begging you to reconsider the marriage. You may be a mere normal person, but you are also my friend. I care about you and your well-being. I want you to be in a marriage that truly brings you joy every day. I can tell you, this one will not do that.
I'm sure it'd be nice to be pampered by my husband, but it's not really what I want. I want to be able to pursue the things that make me happy, and to do that alongside someone I love.
I can't even begin to understand what you're saying. He's enough of a lowly speck of a man to have his wife working, and yet you're perfectly fine with continuing the relationship? What has he done to you, Rachel?
What do you mean? He hasn't done anything to me.
We may have had different upbringings, but I don't understand why you refuse to see reason. I'm telling you this is your friend, because I care about you.
Well, it really does mean a lot to me that you care so much. But it's my life. I have the final say in every decision I make. And I'm going to marry Chris.
So you won't follow my advice, no matter what? I never should have bothered being concerned for your sake. What a waste of energy. I should have known someone like you wouldn't be able to distinguish high-value men from mediocre ones. We may have been friends for a long time, but clearly you don't see this relationship's value.
Looks like the invitations for the wedding are starting to arrive, finally. I'm still glad we sent out written ones though. They looked so good. My phone hasn't stopped buzzing since a few hours ago. Everyone's pretty happy for us. How's it going on your end? I'd imagine all of your friends are pretty happy about it as well.
For the most part, yeah. Quite a few even offered to help with preparations. But I did end up having a fight with one of my friends over this. It totally came out of left field. I'm still not exactly sure what caused it.
Really? That's odd. What happened?
So, you remember how I mentioned I had a really rich friend? The one that sometimes speaks like she's out of Shakespeare?
Yeah, I remember. You guys met in college, right? I thought you guys were still on pretty good terms, though. What happened?
Well, I sent her an invitation as well. But it turns out she views marriage in a very different way from us. When I told her that I plan on working even after we get married, she flipped out on me. Said that women shouldn't ever have to work. The husband must provide and all that.
Somehow, I don't think she's much of a feminist.
Apparently, you should be the breadwinner, and I should be sitting back, living my best life or whatever. And as you can imagine, she and I butted heads over what a proper married couple looks like.
Wow, even her ways of thinking are super old-fashioned. Sure, maybe her family can pull that off, but we have no chance. Unless you want to live in a cardboard box.
She's really sheltered, as you can see. But she's a nice girl at heart. At least, I'm pretty sure she is. So, when she does come, do you mind being cordial with her? I really didn't think she'd be that fussy about it. I don't recall us arguing about it in the past or anything.
If you say she's nice at heart, I'll believe you. I'll still be friendly with her. Everyone's got a different way of life. We shouldn't judge anyone for seeing things differently from us.
Yeah, you're right. She'll come around. I'm sure of it. At first, she was super excited about the wedding, too. She offered to give a speech and everything.
Sounds like you've got a perfect chance to work through this issue. You guys will be fine. Anyway, I think we've had enough wedding-related excitement for one day. We can handle the preparations and stuff tomorrow. I actually managed to invite one of the really important guys from work earlier today. I was kind of worried he'd laugh in my face. I definitely need a drink after that, though.
Yeah, I agree. A break from all the preparations sounds good. So does a drink. I've looked at so many different possible venues today, my eyes glazed over completely. We can wait until we know who's coming and who isn't to pick one of them. I've got a whole list ready. Shall we have our own little party tonight? It's been a while since we've last done something like that.
That's a great idea. I'll buy some drinks and snacks on my way back home. You better get ready. Tonight will be the night of your life.
Hello, Rachel. I've elected to inform you that I will not be coming to today's event. Sorry, not sorry.
You aren't? Oh no, what happened? Are you not feeling well this morning? Are you going to be okay? Or is it something at home? Your parents are fine, right?
Not to worry, I'm in perfect health. As are my parents. I simply do not feel like attending anymore. I have lost all interest in the wedding of a person such as yourself.
Are you seriously still upset about that?
I am. You've chosen to ignore my sage advice and in doing so have lost my respect. What reason do I have to attend the wedding of someone whom I have no respect for?
Sage advice? You basically told me to ignore my feelings and find another guy that's richer. Are you really not going to come just because of that? And you seem so excited to give that speech today. Are you really not going to come?
I never promised I would give the speech. And besides, there is scarcely anything positive I could say, given the circumstances.
Seriously?
And besides, it would lower me to attend such a lowly event. My value as a person would plummet simply from being in your presence. I would like to avoid that, if at all possible. In the meantime, I suppose you shall have to find someone else to give a speech. Then again, I doubt that many of the people you surround yourself with could construct a sentence longer than 3 words.
Seriously, what's gotten into you? Is this really any way to talk to your friends, even if you disagree with them on something?
Friends? Don't make me laugh. Who would befriend someone like you? We ceased being friends the moment you betrayed me.
Betrayed? You're being so dramatic right now.
Dramatic? I would rather be dramatic than foolish. You are choosing to marry a man that cannot support you. And for what? Because of your own stubbornness?
How am I stubborn? You're just being unreasonable.
Wait, upon further examination, the invitation shows a lot of greenery. Are you really getting married in a public park? I had not expected your husband to be so poor that you would need to resort to this. Oh, this is amusing.
It's not a public park, it's a garden wedding. Getting married in a place full of nature has always been a dream of mine. Plants and flowers are just so beautiful.
Oh, what a minuscule dream. I suppose it's fitting, though. For me, it simply must be an enormous venue, filled with rare art. I did not realize until now, but it would appear that the things we value are completely different. I suppose it is to be expected. There's no way commoners would be able to understand me.
I guess not. I suppose I was wrong about you.
As was I. It appears that you cannot even afford to go abroad during your honeymoon. What a shame. I suppose I shouldn't even ask if you two are planning to buy a house. A tiny studio apartment seems far more befitting for you. And without money, will you be able to do anything? Of course not. I pity you. Forced to work endlessly just to survive. The most tragic part in all of this is that you were an acceptable friend. But after you marry your pauper, you shall transform into a worthless woman. Not that you weren't well on your way towards that anyway.
Stop speaking about Chris like that. You can say anything you want about me, but I will not forgive you if you keep insulting him.
Oh no! Whatever shall I do without your forgiveness? Your insistence on defending a man that has no worth is just so entertaining.
Beatrice, I will ask you this one last time. It is your final chance. I still see you as my friend. I want to work through this with you. Are you really not going to come to my wedding? If you don't, our friendship is as good as dead.
You seem to be forgetting. Our friendship has been dead for a rather long time. I warned you that you would be ruining your life marrying that man. Clearly, a rich person, such as myself, is just not compatible with commoners.
Really? Your father's here, though. He's pretty rich as far as I know. But you know what? It's fine. I see that you really don't want to be friends anymore. You don't need to come anymore. The speech isn't needed anymore either. And since you aren't coming, I don't see any real reason for your father to be here. It's a shame, though. I was really glad that he took the time out of his day to come, too. But I'll let him know that you think this isn't a place for those with money. I wonder if he'd agree.
Hold on a moment. Why is my father there? What reason does he have to bother coming to your wedding? We may have been friends before, but only an idiot would invite her friend's parents to their wedding.
It wasn't me that invited him, actually. I had never spoken to him before today, in case you forgot. Chris invited him.
He did what?
And as far as I'm aware, Chris didn't invite him because he was your father. He invited him because the two of them have been working together quite closely recently.
Working quite closely? What is the meaning of this? If that's your attempt at a joke, I must say that it isn't funny. My parents run a massive conglomerate, highly prestigious and well-known around the world. There is no way that a commoner like your fiance and my father would ever work together. Not in a million years.
I wouldn't be so sure. Even if he is a commoner, Christian is a very capable man. That much should be obvious, even to you. After all, I thought highly enough of him to come celebrate his marriage.
You must be joking!
But please, by all means, continue looking down on my business partner. I'm sure it's going to help you stroke your ego. I have no idea how you ended up such a spoiled brat.
Are you?
And to think you waited until the last moment to decide not to show. I don't recall raising such a pompous, inconsiderate, and selfish daughter. I truly have failed as a father.
Wait. Papa? Is that really you?
Took you long enough to figure that out. I was waiting with Rachel and Christian, wondering when you would finally show up. And yet, it looks like you decided that you had more pressing business than your friend's wedding. And to top it all off, that pressing business was acting childish. Because of you, my reputation has been dragged through the mud. I am disappointed in you, Beatrice Elizabeth Cornwall.
There's no way this is happening. Did I get tracked into an alternate universe? How could something like this ever happen? And why would you ever bother going to that wedding, Papa? I don't get it. Just how friendly have you gotten with that commoner? And why do I, of all people, have to go there? Just who is this groom? Why does he have so much influence over you, Papa?
This is painful to see. I've tried to teach you to remain calm while under pressure, but clearly I've failed in that aspect too.
But, Papa!
Christian has been a great help around our company recently, and I have a great deal of respect for him. Especially in regards to IT. He's very skilled with computers, you know? Skilled enough that he could have started his own company a long time ago. Not only that, he's also just a funny guy. I quite like him as a person.
You like him as a person?
Indeed I do. It's become a bit of a ritual for us two to get lunch together. I certainly owe him for all the time that he's helped me.
You owe favors. To him? Not the other way around? Surely there's no need to interact with him. I mean, he's just an underling of yours. There's no reason to bother with him.
How much of an idiot are you? Have I really failed as a father to this extent?
But...
He's on my staff, but he's not an underling. He's a human being, first and foremost, and he deserves respect just like everyone else. Besides, he's helping out with my company. The whole reason we hired him is because we couldn't handle the IT issues ourselves. How can you be my daughter and be so slow at the same time? Christian is a highly talented man who has learned his trade well. And Rachel, who is your friend, in case you've forgotten, is a very worthy woman as well. What right do you have to call them commoners when they are so far above you as people? Just because you're my daughter, does that give you the right to treat other people like dirt? Tell me, Beatrice, can you write code? Can you debug someone else's code? Can you build a website that handles a massive amount of traffic every day? Of course you can't. You can't do anything, and yet you sit on your throne acting like you're special.
Papa, what's happened to you? You're usually so kind to me, so why are you acting like this?
You expect me to be kind at a time like this? Because of you acting like a child, I've had to deal with more embarrassment in one day than I have had in the past 20 years of my career.
But that wasn't my intention, Papa.
Of course it wasn't. You never intended to get caught. I have been far too easy on you for your whole life. I didn't want you to experience poverty like I did growing up, and look where that got you. I thought if you found a nice man for you to marry, you'd be okay, and look where that got you. I thought that I shouldn't force you to work unless you had to, I knew the stress of burning out just to survive, and look where that got you. I've realized something today. I never should have been so easy on you. It stopped you from ever growing past being an entitled brat. From today onward, I won't coddle you.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's time for you to learn what life is really all about. You're cut off. And don't even think about trying to get out of it. I'll freeze your credit cards before you can even say Papa.
But...
Now, my business partner and I have a rather important event to attend. Without you acting like a little pest. Try not to cause any more trouble. I won't be easy on you if you do.
Papa's cutting off my allowance! This is all your fault! How are you going to make up for this? He said I need to learn how to live by myself. What's that even supposed to mean?
Sounds like a good time to learn. Honestly, I always thought you were a bit of a spoiled brat, even when we first met back in college. Good luck with learning what the real world is like.
Oh, shut up! Why do I have to learn what the real world is like? It was totally fine for me not to know until 2 days ago. But now my idiot dad just forced me to get a job.
Oh, that's great. A job is the perfect first step to learning how to contribute to society. Are you working in an office? Because you certainly could be doing a lot worse than that.
I wish. Office work would be 1,000 times better than what I got. I have to clean up around this random apartment complex. Why do I, of all people, have to clean up others' disgusting messes?
How terrible.
My dad even had the nerve to tell me this is the perfect way for me to learn how to do housework. Why did it have to be a crappy apartment complex anyway? Why not a fancy mansion at the very least? Who knows what kind of weirdos are living in that complex? I can't believe I have to clean up after filthy commoners.
Wait a second. Is that complex called Green Hill Apartments by any chance?
Huh? Yeah, it is. How did you know?
Oh, well, I was just sitting out on the balcony, enjoying a warm cup of coffee. And I thought I saw someone I recognized a couple of streets down from here.
Oh, no. You live here? Please don't tell me it's your apartment I need to clean up. You're not in apartment 908, right? Please say you're not.
Oh, that's a surprise. I do live in 908. What a funny coincidence, huh?
Oh, you're joking.
You know, it wasn't just your dad who saw our messages on the wedding day. Christian saw them as well. He got really pouty after you called him good for nothing. I'd never seen him like that before. And he started apologizing to me for having me working as well, as if it wasn't my choice. Though I do appreciate him wanting to split the housework. He even said he'd cover the cost of us moving in together.
Don't tell me you used the money to order this cleaning service.
Oh, but I did. After the wedding, it feels like I'll never get through everything in my apartment. So I thought I might as well take him up on the offer and use some of the money to clean up and make it easier to move. I never thought it'd be you that would help me clean, though. I guess fate just works in mysterious ways, huh?
Just shut up already! Why do I have to clean up after you, of all people?
Okay, hold on a second here. Is that really how you should be treating a paying customer? I don't think so. You better clean up like you're told, or I might just have to let your boss know what a poor job you've done.
What about you? Is that how you treat one of your friends? Like I'm some kind of servant? Don't you have any empathy?
Friends? That's odd. I don't recall us being friends. Pretty sure you said so yourself. You haven't forgotten that already, have you?
Crap!
Man, to think that the daughter of such a successful entrepreneur would be my cleaner for the day. Let's make sure we enjoy these next 2 hours, okay? After that, Beatrice spent the next 2 hours toiling away cleaning Rachel's apartment. For the first time in her life, she learned what it meant to earn the money she had. Left with no choice but to earn money for herself, Beatrice was forced to downgrade to a tiny apartment. Her parents haven't given her any extra help, and didn't seem to plan on doing so anytime soon either. So Beatrice continued working for the cleaning company that hired her. And it was through this work that she came to understand the harsh realities of life and how hard earning money truly is. Though it took her whole lifestyle being turned upside down, she has begun to realize just how sheltered she was from the real world. Let's hope she continues to learn and improve herself so that her father may one day forgive her. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see more content. See you next time.